Hi everybody. So today we're going to make the glow-in-the-dark fireflies. Okay, and I was just telling you earlier before I turn the camera on that this really is about shape, color, and texture. Okay, so these are not fireflies, right? These are little ideas that represent fireflies, and fireflies are not in rainbow colors, right? But we're all about this texture. In this painting, the theme is a spiral. Do you guys know the difference between a spiral and a circle? It's kind of hard for the brain, but it goes like this, right? So this is a circle, right? So boring, right? Oh, can you see that there? Because it's a silver Sharpie. And then this is a spiral. I go, oh no, this doesn't touch this. Oh, let me get the black one. I can't see that at all. My jar. So this is, we know a circle, right? But a spiral goes like this. I go around, but I don't touch it when I come, and I make it slightly smaller. Don't touch the line. Don't touch, and then go smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. That's a spiral, right? And then it has a little bit of waggle to it, right? You know why? Because I'm human. It's my parents' fault because they were human. But that means I can't make perfectly round things. Only machines can do that. So I give my hand permission to have a little bit of a waggle, right? It's human made. It's human made. So, okay, so that's going to be our theme. But listen, how about the first thing we do is put stars, right? You see these little specks like that, little stars. But we're gonna get our white paint, and we don't need very much. And you think, oh, I have a whole bunch of paint on my paintbrush. No, you don't. It just looks like it. It's only what's left. And we're going to use the blue paintbrush, but the stick. Like a miniature fingerprint. Poke, 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 poke. Like that. And it'll make little dots. But you can't do it fast because you'll make a dash. And that does not look like a star. Okay? So I just touch. Don't stab the white paint. Just touch it. Poink. And it looks like there's lots of paint on the outside. We don't care. We just care what's on the end. And just do like 3, but they're not in a row. They are afraid of each other, like they're magnets. And we go boink, then far away, boink, then far away, boink, and far away, and far away, and far away. And then look how they disappear, right? So the very first one when I land, planet. Then as I start to run out of paint, they get farther away until I'm talking about infinite space where it's just a microscopic speck, right? So we give our paintbrush permission to run out and hold it straight ahead like this. Don't have your paintbrush tilted at all. It looks like there's paint on the sides and you want to use it, but they won't be round. They'll be horseshoe shape. And then let's try like 50 million more. So we just get more paint. Boink. And go, all right, but don't put them in a straight line. Incorrect, right? The Big Bang was an explosion. Okay, so we go there, then far away from that one, and far away from that one, and far away from that one, and far away, and I'm running out of paint. It's invisible, and I can't see it anymore. Like that. And then when you run out of paint is actually when they're far, far, far away. And then you get more paint and do it more. And then you keep, oh, do you need to put any down in the grass? No. In the jar? No. In the moon? No. But how about over here on the other side of the jar? Boink, boink. Oh, and near the moon. Oh, there we go. Look at, And then, maybe near the very tippy top of the painting, almost going off the edge, you know, because it looks like it goes on for infinity that way. Otherwise, they all hover in the middle. And maybe near the very, very edge of the painting, so it goes on for infinity that way. And then keep going, more, more, more. Do you want to see something weird? Because you're human and you've been going to school so long, how much you want to bet that all of your little dots are evenly spaced apart? They're like literally 3 fingers apart. Why? Because you're a human. And humans, you know, how long have we been trying to make our letters evenly spaced apart in the same size? So we have a trained brain. So what if we want to break that pattern and make it more like space? Well, how about if we start going and putting them in little families? like little circly groups, and they look like look like clusters, or maybe another universe, or maybe another galaxy. Maybe just, we break the pattern of evenly spaced apart, and we just go, all right, maybe just, and if we end up putting a firefly on it, so the fireflies are on top of the stars, so we just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I made a little cluster. Beep, 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 beep. Oh. And then maybe I get some more white paint and find another spot. Beep, 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 beep. Right? Look how it's breaking up the pattern already. You're enjoying it more. You're like, yeah, mine were a little perfect. So you go tick, 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 tick. And then near the edges are always jealous. And then beep, tick, 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 a little family. And I like to make ovals. Then they make me think of galaxies. Little spiral galaxies. I don't need very many. I just wanted to break up that pattern of being very humanish, where they're all exactly 3 fingers apart, 3 fingers apart. So I intentionally like go in between them and go, okay, nope. Like that. Psst. You human. Okay, now go, oh, look it, I got some near my jar. I got some near my grass. Pretty. Under my jar, yeah, not in the jar. There won't be any room. We got stuff to do in there. Just play, play, play. And who's made a little accidental little swish? Look at mine. It happened right there. And I went, whoop. Oh, I don't know. What if I just put a firefly on it? I hate that one. Let's put a firefly on it. I don't care. They're just stars. Nobody's going to look at them. We just know that it's nighttime. Nobody studies them. You know what we can do at the end? Put glow-in-the-dark paint on them. But not till the end, right? Now I know. Okay, so we can clean our paintbrush. So we have to lick it off. Just kidding. No. Gross. So we just get a little paper towel. And we'll do this for all our colors. And we just put it and fold it and put it inside and give it a little spin. Right? We're going to go in rainbow order. I don't know if you guys know the color wheel. But the color wheel goes in order. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Right? It goes like that. But if who's ever played with Play-Doh where it looked like a cat turd and you didn't want to play with it anymore? It turned brown. Right? It's because you thought 2 colors were so pretty that you mixed them. Purple is opposite of yellow, makes brown. Red is opposite of green, brown. And blue is opposite of orange, brown. They look nice next to each other, but not mixed. It works like an oscilloscope with sound, right? Color does. So you're like, oh, that made an ugly color. Well, we don't have to worry about that. We can just wipe off our paintbrush and the color in there won't hurt nothing, because we'll do the yellow one, then we'll do a green one, then we'll do a blue one and the purple one. So the colors that we do next cannot make an ugly, ugly color, okay? So don't worry. But we're going to put this little paintbrush down and go find the big yellow one. Yellow! Right? And she's brand new. Did you take the cap off? And it's like they spray hairspray on them and something to make them stay smooth. But you just kind of rough it up on your hand a little bit. And wake up. Okay. Like that. And then she looks little, but watch what happens when I smash it. She gets kind of big. If I smash this paintbrush all the way, she goes like that, and she'll get nice and big. Okay, so we're going to do this spiral. So we're going to practice the spiral on this moon for our brain. So while we do it big, it will make sense when we do it little. Okay, so we'll do this big one first. So, so when we do painting, it's color, shape, and texture. Well, the color is going to try to be 3D. That means it has to be at least dark, medium, light. 3D, right? Dark, medium, light. Well, if we put a teeny bit of white in something and we keep mixing it together, it will just make a brand new baby color and nobody likes it and it's very boring. But if we put the color and then we get a little tiny bit of white and then we spin it in, the color with no white is dark. The color with a little bit of white is medium, and a little string of white is bright. Okay? Well, what if I get this all sopping blue with blue paint, and then I spin some white in it? Can you see mine? I got pieces of white in it. I got pieces of baby blue in it. And I got pieces of blue that didn't get nothing. That's 3D, right? But I went around, then around that one. I did not go side to side, even though it would be faster. I go like this because I'm practicing the spiral for my brain, okay? So let's do that. So where's my blue paint? Hey, where's my blue paint? Oh, there it is. It's a good dark blue, which a little bit of white will make a perfect baby blue. So we can open that. And we could be very, very generous with this blue paint. Very, very generous because we can use lots of it because all this is for you for doing the moon. We just need a tiny bit for making fireflies. So let's stab it really hard like we're mad and get a disgusting glob on our paintbrush. That is so much, right? Why? Because I need to get the whole moon shape all wet with blue. And this will smear a lot better. Okay, let's get rid of the pencil. I don't want to look at the pencil anymore. So just smash your paintbrush and she'll open. And then we push our paint. We don't scribble paint. We push paint like a bulldozer. So we just go smash, push. Let me go closer to the camera so you can see better. But I just go... I go, smash, push. I don't care that there's a glob. Smash. Oh, I already ran out. What? All that paint and I ran out. I know. More. Get a giant scoop. Scoop. I get a scoop of it. A huge, like I'm scooping ice cream. And then I go, push. Oh, I ran out again. I need more. Scoop. Push again. Bye, sharp. Bye, pencil. I don't want to look at you. We got to bully that Sharpie. Get out of here. Oh, there. Now it's blue. How much paint did that take? How many times did you have to stop and get another scoop of paint? And not a poke of paint. That picks up nothing. You have to literally scoop the paint. Oh, no. And then who sees the difference between doing your paintbrush soft and it stays little and pushing hard and my paintbrush opens huge? Right? Well, we can be huge this time. We can push hard. But sometimes my painting starts to scooch a little when I push hard and starts to scooch away from me. So sometimes I hold my painting and paint so it doesn't get away from me. Okay, now let's fill it in because that's boring. That's just a circle of blue, right? So I'm going to get a humongous scoop of blue again. Oh, it fell off. I had a big blob on there. It fell off. Oh, okay. Who can beat me? What? I got a huge... Okay. And then, now I'm going to make a spiral. Is a spiral a circle? No, it is not. So this is a spiral. Watch. I go big. I go around. I'm already running out of paint. And then I go around, and I go inside of that one. And inside of that one. And then I'm running out of paint. And then, okay, done. But they didn't touch. Isn't that pretty? No touchy touchy. Swoosh. Can someone read the side of your, because I don't have my glasses on, the side of your brush and tell me if that's a 4 or a 6? I think
It's a 4.
Okay. I want to make sure we have the same paintbrush. Couldn't tell. Okay. Well, that's boring. And there's still black showing. Can I do a more spiral until all the black's gone? Yeah, I could scribble. Wrong theme for this painting. So I go, okay, let me try again. A big scoop of blue. Scoop it. Mine's bigger. Look at, you're jealous of mine. Okay, now I'm going to go, all right, now I'm going to go small to big. Start in the middle. Smash. And go around and around and around and around and around and around. Okay, look at those lumps. I don't care. I'll get them later. And then I get a scoop. And then go around and around and around. But I just keep making more roads until all the black is gone. But it's a spiral. And it goes big circle to small circle. Small circle to big circle. And it's, why are we doing this, lady? It's because we would like spirals for our glow-in-the-dark fireflies. And once our brain can do this without thinking, because how many levels to brain learning is there? First you have to be frustrated and confused, then you understand it, and then it's easy. So we're trying to get to, oh, this is easy, lady. then we know it, right? We're like, what are you talking about? Then you're still in frustration. You have to keep going. Now, oh, let me keep going round and round and round and round. Like now I'm smashing my boogies of paint. Look at that glob. I'm smashing them now. And I go from little to big to, who's making circles? This is what I've seen people do. You want to see a funny? Watch this. I see people do this. Circly, circly, circly. This is what? That's curly hair. No, wrong. Let me fix it. From little to big to bigger to bigger to bigger. Fix the texture. There it is. And then from big to small to small to small. Ew, look at all this paint on my stick. No good. I'm going to get off and put it on there. I couldn't get it off. Okay, there. Okay, now I can spit. Pretty. Who's got dark blue? Keep going. The middle is jealous. Get more paint. If you're pushing really hard trying to get it to go, just get more paint. Make the paint do the work. Get a huge scoop of paint. Rosario, more paint. The middle of your thing is black. Just get more paint. There. Yes, more paint. All this blue is yours. You can use it all up. It's not precious. What's going to happen when it's left in your cup? You're going to forget about it and throw it away. Use it up. There you go. Lumpy and thick and yes. Look at how bright mine. You can only when I hold it up to the light can you really see it, huh? If I didn't put white in this blue would turn mostly black because of the black background. Isn't that weird? She needs a little bit of white's help. There you go, Rosario. I like the amount of paint you're doing. Super thick and smooth. Yeah. Nailed it. Armando, nailed it. Who wants to make a little bit of white? Okay, how many color values are we rooting for? Okay, 3. Dark will be any of this dark blue that gets nothing, stays dark blue. Then some of it will get some white, which will make baby blue, very boring. And some will have little strings of white, dark, medium, light, and all are beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go get some white, but there's a bunch of blue on my paintbrush, and this will ruin my white. So this is our first time doing it with a color, but I just get a paper towel, find a corner, fold it over, and squeeze the paint out really hard. And all the paint comes out. And then if I worry that I didn't get enough of it, I just give it another pinch. And it's still gonna look blue, but not enough to contaminate your white. You know what I mean? Just get out of my paintbrush, blue. Okay. Now we can get white. You ready to decorate? Okay, now I'm going to get some white. So everybody pause and look up. With my clean paint, I cleaned it. I mean, it's still blue, see? But it can't hurt my white, see? Now I'm going to get a scoop of white. Ooh, but that's all. Everybody watch me do it. Don't do it yet. Watch me. Ready? And I'm going to drop it off in dashes, like little phone number dashes. Dink, 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 dink. Okay, now I need to go smaller, and then around, small. Okay, blick. Okay. And you just drop off the white. We'll play with it after we drop it off. Just get it off your paintbrush. So put little blobules. Because we may or may not hit those whites when we make our spiral. Because how many variations of blue are we rooting for? 3. So we drop it off and we go, okay. Then we just do our little spiral thing, right? And we're like, oh, I hit white. Yeah, that part will be really shiny. And then the part that doesn't have any blue will be darker. But can we go like this, like a crazy person? No. We want to make a nice spiral and just going to have little pieces of white in it. You ready? Okay, everybody watch. Everybody pause and look up, even if you're busy. I still have a little bit of white in my paintbrush. Don't care, because it will decorate the outside, right? But I just start on the outside. I go okay. Oh, okay. And then I go around and I go smaller than that. Oh, I'm not hitting any white. Nothing's happening. And then smaller than that. Oh, I hit something. And then smaller than that. And smaller than that. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, maybe I'll go twice. Okay, let me try again. I start on the, oh, But look at the variations of color. Do I have dark blue that has nothing? Yes. Do I have little strings of white? Super shiny. Do I have some baby blue? I do. And I give it permission to be all three, which means I have to stop and look at it and go, okay, I have all three, but I would like to touch that one spot because I want to. But I'm not going to go hyper like a spaz. I just go, okay, I want to touch that spot again. And maybe there and there. And then I'm done. Boom! It's neat. But did I just make baby blue? Don't pick up your paintbrush. Just push and push and push and push and push. And it's smushy, smushy, smushy. And then do you have some dark blue spots? Do you have some medium? Whose is turning too white? Do you know what that means? You didn't put very much blue and it's already dry. So could you just get a little bit more blue and make them on top of your white? Watch me. I got some blue and I can go and I put some dark blue spirals in it. Oh, what? Now I have 3D. It can't go all white. It can't go all blue. It has to be dark blue pieces, baby blue pieces, and white pieces. And you know what I do now? Because it's a misty, misty moon, I put whatever's left on my paintbrush, it's called dry brushing. I'm going to go and ruin the outside of my perfect circle because it's not really a circle. It's a glowing moon. And try to get some, just scratch at the outside edge so it looks furrier. Look at this dry paint right there. It's like misty. You want to see? So watch this. It's just what's left in my paintbrush, right? So everybody pause and look up. And I go, just go, and make it like, what? And just make some dry, dirty little, it got on my jar, don't care. Oh, it's like dry, misty mist, invisible chalk. And I don't need to add more. I give it permission to be all see-through and fuzzy like that. Pretty! But it was just what was left on my paintbrush, so I am running out of paint on purpose. Hey, Rosario, get some blue paint and try and put it on there because I think it's turning all white. So get some blue paint and try to get some dark blue parts. Nice. Who made it dry, fuzzy out? I know. Look at Armando. Yeah. And look at, and just don't pick up your paint. Don't scratch. Just go like this. Don't care. Wipe off whatever. Get off my paintbrush, you disgusting paint. Get off. There. And just and look, I got chalk, and that's all invisible because it was almost dry paintbrush, and so it just dropped off some dirty mess. Misty, misty moon. Pretty. So you're going bigger and bigger and bigger around the moon. Don't worry about the moon being a circle. That's not the moon. Everybody pause and look up. Is it actually the moon we're drawing? Look at mine. No, it's the glow. So go ahead and make it all fuzzy. We're going to add the moon. Good job, Amado. I keep putting the N in there. Amado. Okay, who feels good about it? Who keeps going round and round and round and making all baby blue? You better stop. What happens if you keep touching it? Baby, it's like putting all the fruit in a blender. What color do you get? Ew. Right? It was all pretty until you keep turn on the blender and you're like, what? Who put the misty stuff all the way around it? Dry brush. Good job. Fuzzy outside. Fuzzy, misty, invisible, puffy, dry, dirty little scribbly edge. Misty, invisible. Yep. It looks more glowy. Good job. Okay, now we have to clean this paintbrush. We're going to use this, the next time we use this paintbrush is actually for making the grass, but we only flick up so that they can be the texture of grass. Pointy, but she has blue in it, so we could just clean that out. And then also by doing this, it will make her paintbrush dry pointy. As I pinch, it makes the paintbrush pointy and smooth again, so she'll dry like that. Because when we did the dry brush, it made all her hair stick out. So we just go pinch, now she's smooth, and she will dry like that. but it won't hurt nothing. You'll see. Okay, now we're gonna make fireflies. You guys ready? No, that's a lie. We have to make the moon. Okay, so the moon, look how big my moon is. It's not 3 fingers big. 4 fingers big? Oh no, because that's the moon. But it's made out of white. But we can't use a paintbrush to do it, because the paintbrush will just keep making baby blue because the paint underneath is wet. So we actually use our finger. So girls who have nails, I'm sorry, but you use the flat, puffy part of your finger, not your bone, not the tip. It's too hard. It will just scratch the paint off. But I get my white paint and I just use the flat poofy part and get a scoop of white paint. I'm going to have to get more. 1 scoop will not be enough. You know what I mean? And now I go like this, and everybody pause painting and look up, because whatever you're doing, you just need to pause what you're doing and watch what I'm doing. So stop painting and watch me. Okay, so I got my fingerprint, and what was it about circles? Can humans make circles? No, but you can make a rainbow and a smile. Don't try to make a circle. You'll go like this. Woo! Oops, I ruined it. Let me fix it. Oops, I ruined it. Oops, let me fix it. Oops, I ruined it. But you can make a rainbow and a smile, right? So it's about 4 fingers big, right? I just kind of give myself a guess. And I just go rainbow, smile. Okay. And look at how it's a little bit ratty. But wasn't the outside of my moon a little ratty? Now I just need a little bit more paint, because look how it turned instantly baby blue. So I just go rainbow, smile. And I'm just trying to get a nice outline. Rainbow, smile. Because sometimes mine come out like eggs. They're ovally, right? But rainbows and smiles are not. But my circles tend to be like eggs, all long. I don't know. So let me try it. The bottom's not as white as I want. Let me try to get more paint. Whoa. Rainbow, smile. Rainbow, smile. Yep. And then my edges are a little bit ratty, and I don't even care, because it is a glowy moon. And now you don't even need more paint. Now that you have a nice edge that you like, now you can just go round and round and round and round and fill in the belly with the paint, and it will turn baby blue. Oh, look at the middle of the belly. Okay, I need a little bit more white. That's too dark. I thought it was going to go lighter. Okay, a little bit more. Oh, look I got a spiral in my moon. You are jealous of my moon. I got a spiral in my moon. I like it, and I'm leaving it, because that is the theme of the painting. So remember, do a nice outline, rainbow, smile. Then once you have the outline how you want it, you keep fixing the outline. Then spin the tummy. Then you don't have to worry about the outline anymore. And then, now you have to pick your nose so that your nose turns blue. No, you just wipe it off on a napkin. And then, we're going to wash our hands at the end anyway, because we'll have little pieces of paint on us, right? So you just go, ew, get off of me, ew. And remember, if you're everybody pause and look up, and you can't go like this, round and round and round. You'll keep ruining it. Let me tell you why. Your hand, it has gravity, right? It's being pulled down by gravity, and it's full of blood and muscles. It wants to go whoop, whoop, like that. So you have to control it and go rainbow and then a smile. Your hand can do that. But if you go round and round and round, every time you touch it, your hand gets jerked down by gravity, and it won't work. It is the weirdest thing when you paint. And you're like, why isn't it working? Because you're floating your hand in the air, asking it to maintain, and it can't. Your arm is heavy, right? And your hand keeps dropping all by what? Stay up, arm, and it won't. So then it ruins your circle. Good job, Amato. Sweet. Okay. Didn't we do a good job? Applause. Okay, but now we also know how to do spirals. Okay, so clean your finger. Don't lick it off, you weirdos. It won't kill you, but you could smell paint and see, like, that would be like Windex. I don't know. Who puts Windex in their mouth? Like, no, I probably don't want to eat it. It wouldn't kill me, but that's disgusting. So don't try it. Okay, who's ready? Okay. So look at my painting. That's how far we got, right? Just that thing and some stars. But now we get to put the fireflies on there. So the fireflies are all these little spirals of color. But we're going to do one color at a time, because remember what happens on the color wheel? If we jump across colors, we'll make ugly colors. So we'll just do all the red ones, all the orange ones, all the yellow ones, like that. But there's 7 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Oh, 6 colors, right? So because black and white are not colors. But I'm going to go, okay, well, if there's 6, I better be careful with how many I put, because it'll fill up really fast. So how about 2? We put 2 of a color in the jar and 5 fly away, right? And I always start 1 really close to the jar, and then where do they end up? What? They're trying to escape to this corner. Get away, right? But they all go, and then I also do a zigzag pattern. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Otherwise, I'll accidentally put them in a row because of my humanness. So I try to break that human in a row thing, okay? So first color, red. I will need a tiny bit of white, so I left the lid off my white. Where's red? Hello? Red. Gorge, my fave color. See? My fave color. And then, where's itty bitty tiny blue paintbrush? Oh, do you know what this is good for? Do you remember how much paint the yellow one could hold? She could hold a lot of paint. And then what happened when you pushed hard? Humongous, right? Well, she's so little that if I don't push very hard, she'll stay very, very little. And then how much paint can she hold? She can't hold very much paint, so you don't even have to worry. Even if you stabbed the red paint, she'd only get that much on her. She's like, oh, easy. So I'm going to get red paint, and we'll just make the 2 in the jar first. Okay, so when we're learning something, what is the 3 things our brain has to do? Be frustrated, confused, and angry. Then you understand it, and then it's easy. So we have to do some frustrated, confused ones. Too bad for you. You picked Earth, and it's hard here. So let's try some hard ones. Okay, so, oh, and they're 1 fingerprint big. My finger fits over them. You know why? You'll run out of room. There's a lot. Okay, so let's just stab the red. You don't have to worry. You just go poke. And look at how, no matter how hard I poke, she still picks up the exact same amount of paint. So no worries. Stab. Okay. Okay. And then just for reference, put your fingerprint. Oh, get out of here. Put your fingerprint like where you want to land one and go, oh, about that big. Just for your brain, because your brain likes reference, right? You're like, oh, okay. And it's a spiral, so do the lines have to touch? No. And then, do I push hard with my paintbrush so it gets humongous? No. I just do it very soft. And I just go, okay, if it's a fingerprint big, all right, okay. And I hold it by the metal, because I want to be teensy. And I just go, I touch, and I go around that one, around, oh, stop! Let me see. I only got 3. Whatever. Okay, now you do it. And remember, this is your ugliest ones. The ugliest. Because we have to be frustrated, confused, and angry first. That's the law. Okay, now find another spot. I think I have enough red. If not, I could get more. But find another spot and put a fingerprint big. Okay, I'm just referencing. Around that one, around that one, around that one. Nailed it. It's only 3 swirls for me. And then black still shows. Built-in shadow. Don't even care. It's a spiral, not a circle. And can I spin it round and round and round and round? No, that's a gumball. Right? It's a bouncy ball. Okay, now I'm going to clean my paintbrush. Where's my little paper towel? Because I need to go get white. And I don't want to filthy up my white paint. So I just give it a little pinch. Well, if that's how much red, and remember how much blue we used? And then we put white. How much more blue to white? A lot of blue, a tiny bit of white. Okay, well, if we used a tiny bit of red, how much white? A speck, right? I don't know if you could be tiny, but watch me. This is how tiny I can be. Okay, I'm gonna be very, very, very tiny. Oh, that is the tiniest ever, ever. Now you do it. And then, do I smash it in? No. Red parts is by dark. Pink will be my medium. And what if I have a string of white? The light is on. Don't care. So pink is kind of an accident. It just happens no matter what. Okay, let me spiral in the wet red paint. And I just go around and around and around and around and stop. Oh my God. What happens if I keep spinning? Pink gumball. So I have to, so gentle, just swirl it in and let it be. Oh my, but I don't have any white left on my paintbrush. Okay, let me get a speck more. Who didn't get enough paint? Who got too much paint and the whole thing turned white? Can you adjust for this next one? Yeah, just adjust. Last time too much, so I get less. Right? So I go, okay, a little small. Okay. And then spin it in the other red one. And then I just go around and around and around and around. Who's turned pure white? You were like, what the heck did I do? Are you using your tiny blue one? The teeniest, tiniest mic, right? Who's touching it twice? That'll just turn pink. Oh, that is so boring. Is that 3D? No. You have to just spin and be done. And it comes out how it comes out, right? And then the lines don't actually touch each other, right? It's a spiral. Okay, so do you have dark red? Do you have pink? Do you have white? Nailed it. Okay, those are your ugliest ones, so congratulations. Now let's make 5 that escape. You'll have to get more paint because, you know, and the air is stealing our water out of our paint the whole time. So let me stab my red. Stab! Okay. I don't even care. I just stab hard because whatever. The paintbrush can only hold so much paint. Okay, and our fingerprint bag. So I put my finger just to remind myself. And I always put one near the jar to start because everyone forgets. And I just go, okay, spiral, done. Did I keep spinning? I did not. I just let it be how it is. Like that. And then, now watch me. Everybody pause and watch. I'm going to hop away. I'm going to go in a zigzag pattern. And where are they all trying to get to? This far away corner. So I go, okay, how many fly away again? 5. Okay, 1, 2. And I'm zigzag. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4. I'm out of paint. Yes. Dab. 4. Then 5. I made it to the corner. And I hopped. They're not in a straight line. Hey! That's a straight line. I meant to do a zigzag pattern. Hoppty, whatever. I'll do better next time. Should we get mad or just do better? Just do better. The anger, save it for when it matters. Not for dumb paintings, right? Psh. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I clean my paintbrush because I want to go get white. Pinch. Oh, and wait, Rosario, sorry. You only have to put your finger for the first couple ones. Now that you've made a couple, doesn't your brain know already? Yeah. So we only reference for our brain when we start. And then after that, your brain goes, oh, I got it. Brains are very fast. So now I need how much white do I need? Did you already do it? Are you already beating me? I'm so mad. Okay. Little speck. Okay, let me decorate mine. Okay. So super soft and spin and stop. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 circles. Oh, that one's pretty. That one's better. I did good. Okay, another teensy speck. And then spinny, done. No, that one looks like an eyeball. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, swirl. Okay, a little speck more. Speck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that was a lot more white than before. Oh, well, she's super bright. I don't care. Okay, and then this one. 1, 2, 3, wait! They are, look at how different each one is. It's your hand doing the exact same thing, and each one comes out different. Wow. Okay, so now I can clean my paintbrush. So who knows what color will come next? Who knows the color? Who knows the rainbow? No, you don't have to. Orange. I was teasing you. You don't have to play along in Zoom, right? So orange comes next. And orange is really has lots of pigment in her, just like red does. So who feels good about these? So the ones in the jar, were they the hardest? How was your brain? Right? And then how about the last one you did? How was your brain then? Made sense. Easy. Right? So we'll go, okay, so how many go in the jar? 2. I have a little bit of red in my paintbrush. Will that hurt orange? No, it will look like fire. So I don't care. So I just stab my orange, whatever, stab, right? Because she can only hold so much paint. And then how many go in the jar? 2. And where should you put them? You decide. It's your jar. So I just, and how big are they? Fingerprint. So I just go, spin. Nice. Spin. How come this is faster? Because you've done it before and your brain knows what she's doing now. It's so simple. And then how many escape? 1 near my jar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't make it to the corner that time. Oh well. I was shooting for the corner. And I was in a zigzag pattern. I did do that this time. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hey, those 3 are in a row. What the heck? Okay, and clean my paintbrush. And who knows, after just doing the red, who already knows how much white to get? That was fast. How did you learn it that fast? Because you have a good human brain for learning. As soon as you do it, and your brain adjusts, you go, oh, I got it. Of course you do. That's how learning works. Okay, so we go, but you have to be willing to do the I'm frustrated and confused, then understanding and easy, right? That's a lot of people freak out. I'm going to ruin it. No, you're learning. Okay, so how many, and I get to decorate. So I got my white and I'm going to spin. Oh, too much white. Oh, look at my giant piece of white I got. Should I get mad? No, I just adjust. So I just go spin. Okay. And then these ones, spin. Okay, stop. It makes sherbet color when it has white in it. I like it. You guys know those push-up pops? The orange ones? I like those. Okay, and then spin. Whee! I like those from the ice cream man. You guys don't know the ice cream man, but the ice cream man, and they were only 25 cents. So I like those. Okay. Ooh, look at this one, came out too white, you guys. That is an F. How could I make it, could I put a little bit more orange on that and try to make it, because I need dark, medium, light, and I just made white. And I'm disappointed, so I'm like, all right, let me see if I can't get just a little bit of orange. Watch me, and I'm going to spin it. Okay, now I have 3D. I put some dark orange on. Okay, now I have dark pieces, medium pieces, light pieces. Okay, that I adjusted because I was a little aggressive with the white. Okay, then clean our paintbrush. Look, and each one of those are different. Fun. Clean my paintbrush. Okay, now I'm going to have a little bit of orange and a little bit of red in my paintbrush. So what color comes next? Red, orange, yellow. Well, the paintbrush, the little dirty paintbrush, will make like a fire color. Hey, Amado, pull your painting closer to you like this. You are reaching far away. Pull the whole thing. Yes. Pull. There you go. Pull. You get comfortable. You should be, your elbows bent. Yes. Okay. Now I get yellow. Where is she? There she is. Yeah, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so I stab the yellow because it doesn't matter. Stab. And how many go in the jar? You don't even need me. Why am I even here? You guys are such fast learners. So I get my yellow and I just go, okay, oh, look at what I did. Mine looks like dice. Mine made us, okay, I better break up this pattern inside my jar. Okay, one. Oh, she's so see-through. Do you see that? This is mostly gel with not a lot of color in it. So I have to be extra thick. What? Good thing we're putting white on it. Do you know what that's called where you can see through something? Transparent. But white is opaque, which means you can't see through it. White will help our yellow. White will help her. Okay, so more yellow. And, okay, how many fly away? Now I gotta look. Look at all these empty spaces, places I could put yellow. Okay, now I can decide better. Because there's a hole there and a hole there, right? Okay, so I go, now I'm going to put my 5, but now I'm being more on purpose where I put them. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put on thick because I do not like how see-through she is. So I'm going to put on a little bit thick, a little bit lumpy. And then, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th one, let me decide. Okay, don't tell me. By the down near the grass. What? I know. Look what I did. I don't even care. Okay, now she needs some white, and don't be afraid of turning on the light with the yellow. Just get some white, spin it in there. You can't really hurt yellow with white because she just gets brighter. And besides, she's transparent, huh? I can see right through her. So a little bit of white will help her from being so invisible. So I just get, all right, let me get some white. And I just spin it in there. Whee! And then spin again. Whee! I still want my spiral and not a gumball. It's a swirl. Right? And then look how much better she looks once you put white. The yellow looks so much happier. Look at her. She's happy, happy now. Whee! Oh, I turned on the light for her. Whee! I did miss one. I was counting 5. Okay. So there's yellow pieces, yellow and white pieces, and even pure white strings. And I do not have to go back and smash down the white strings. It's an extra shimmer shine. Right? And I definitely, when I put the next color on, I gotta look for holes. I'm definitely making a pattern here. Remember we put stars? We made them evenly spaced apart. You weirdo human. Well, break the pattern when you go put the next color on and go, oh, can they touch? Can they touch? Yes, they're friends. They could hold hands. Fireflies are not scared of each other. They can be in little family clusters. You're like, oh no, they have to be evenly spaced apart. No, they don't. They're friends. Okay, what comes after yellow? Red, orange, yellow, green. Green. Pretty. It's a good green, huh? That's a pretty, pretty green. Okay, so I get green. How many go in the jar? 2. I get oh, this paint is thick. Look at. I bet this behaves different. It's a different company, and they don't put as much water in their paint. So let's just, don't be scared. Just see what happens. I don't know. Experiment. So 2 goes in. I almost said 3. 2 goes in the jar. 1. The little bit of yellow in my paintbrush just made it pretty in my green. I love it. That's so pretty. Okay, now so how many fly away? 3. Making new colors is my favorite thing ever. Okay, 1, 2. I'm looking for holes. Okay, I have to stand back. You can't see me, but I'm looking. So I'm looking for there's a space. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5. Okay. And she's pretty, but wait till you put white on her. She becomes an emerald. So pretty. You guys know emeralds? Emeralds are actually the rarest stone on the planet. Gold is the rarest because she's only made in the deepest part of the earth and has to explode out. But emeralds take so much pressure to make those green emeralds. Okay, now I'm going to get white. And who knows how much white to get without even thinking? Oh, now you do. That is some fast learning. So I just get a speck. And I just spin it in. Whee! Oh, I do love it with a little bit of white. Just a little bit. Ew, I got green on my paintbrush and that's going to ruin my white. I'm actually going to clean that off before I put it back in my white. I didn't realize I had a lump of green in it. Oh, because the green was thick. It's behaving different. That's why I picked up green in my paintbrush when I tried to put the white on. Let me try again. Okay, so green, spin. Well, that's fine. That last one must have just had a blob. Scoop. Still kind of speak and spin. Oh! I'm always afraid I'm making gumballs and not spirals. I have to keep an eye on it because it's the theme of the painting. And I don't want yellow balls. No, they're not little bouncy balls. You know what it looks like? The jar of Skittles fell over. Okay, now I clean my paintbrush some more. Beep. Okay, after green, red, orange, yellow, green. Blue. We already know what blue looks like with some white in it. Who's beating me? Who got past and got into blue already? Are you beating me? Look at you speedies. Good job. Okay, so then blue. We already know about blue. This one will be easy. And you already saw yourself make a spiral out of blue, so you can totally trust yourself. Hey, look at, I don't know, you always don't have to look, but I'm just going to talk about it. Look, this one looks like a shooting star. It's one of the dashes that didn't get smushed down. I like it. I don't know. Okay, now how many go in my jar of blue ones? Oh, and there's might be green in my paintbrush. What color is green, blue, and white? Turquoise. You might get a turquoise one, I'm just saying. Okay, now I get blue, and I put 2 in the jar. Uh-oh, I'm running out of room. Good thing we counted. Can I go down at the very bottom of my jar? Yeah, I better use this space down here because I'm running out of room. So 1, 2 in the jar, and then oh, did I make turquoise? Oh, I did, that one. Love. Okay, and then how many fly away? Are you allowed to land on stars, on top of stars? Yes. The fireflies are in front of the stars, so you can land right on top of a star. If you want to put a firefly there, forget the stars. Okay, so it's because I'm talking to myself, because I want to put one right there, but I don't want to hurt that little family of stars I put. Just put the fireflies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I can clean my paintbrush. I bet I get turquoise when I put the white in there. I can't wait. Can you guys see mine? Because mine's super far away to you. See, and then only some of them show up in the camp. That one's a good spiral. That one's my fave, I think. But it looks, that one's my favorite. Okay, now I can get a little bit of white. Poke. Spin. Whee! Oh, I already know that these come out good because I already proved it to myself, making my moonshine. Shwoo! Swim! Swirl! Spin! Love. Spin! And then what if some blue doesn't get any white in it at all? Good. Dark, medium, light. I don't even care. It's a texture thing. And they're only a fingerprint big, but whose are getting bigger and bigger as you do them? So, who has to put their finger up and measure anymore? No, your brain learned it already a long time ago. We're doing a good job, huh? Whee! Okay, what comes next? You already know. Purple, where is she? Purple. See, I didn't only give you a teensy bit because all we have to do is, but you guys can save these paints and decorate rocks and stuff, right? With your paintbrushes, and you can find rocks and wash them and then decorate them, and fun. All the things you could think of with the whole rainbow. You guys have a whole rainbow set. Okay, so now I'm going to get the purple, and purple without white will look black on a black canvas. But don't the colors look bright on a black canvas? If this was a white canvas, they'd actually look very, very dull. But because of high contrast, the contrast of the black and the white, our brain goes, oh, look at the colors. So 2 go in the jar. Now I have to decide. Okay, 1. Ooh, look how dark it is. That would dry just black if I didn't put any white in it. Because all paint colors darken as they dry. Because look at your moon. Isn't your moon darker than what you did before? Now that she's dry, it's darker. What? I know. Paint does that. So 1, 2 in the jar, and then fly away. Now I got to find holes. This is my last color. I got to go looking for holes. There's one. 1, 2, 3. Let me look for more holes. 3, 4. I can put one right there. 4. Last one. 5. Oh no! Those 3 ended up in a row. I said don't put them in a line. Dipsy-do. So clean my paintbrush pinch so I can get a little bit of white. Pinch. Little poke. Okay, now I'm going to spin that in. And you're going to love this grape color. It's not even purple, it's like yummy grape. It's the best. So I spin the, oh, look at the white. Change the purple, love. She needs a little bit of white's help because she will just dry super dark against a black canvas. So now because she's a little bit transparent. So white is opaque, which means you can't see through her. And so, oh, she came alive and you could see her. And we turned on the light. You like the purple ones? I do. It's a good color. Making the new colors is the best. Good job, Amando. Did anyone try making new colors on purpose? You creative types, and seeing what would happen? Oh, some people do that, but it gets really, really busy because look how, did we only do 5 of each color? Look how busy that is. What's 5 times 6, you smarty pants?
I think it was 30.
That's a lot. If I would have told you it was 30 before, you'd have been like, that's too much. But 5, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Good job. We're just gonna, so I see people finishing up their purple, so we're gonna have a teeny tiny rest and let everybody catch up because we're gonna do our jar next.
Look at mine.
Oh, look at the colors. Look at the sparkles. Love it. You know, it could be space too. Doesn't it look like it could be space? Like those are planets and it's Star Wars and stuff. Once we put the jar in there, everyone will know. But before we put the jar in, it really could be space. It's very cute. Because here's my camera right here, my webcam, right? But I put a TV behind it so I could see the gallery view, see all your faces. So I'm always walking up to the TV so I could see better. So the one that's the camera that's making the YouTube video is always like, because I'm standing too close, because I want to see your guys' painting. And then I rewatch it and I'm just like, whatever. Look at my, up my nose and look at my double chin. That's so fun. It's like, I'm so glad I just did that. Where's my Kardashian extra light for the chin?
I made something pretty. It looks like tie-dye.
You made a swirl of like 2 colors?
No, put on my, like, this little napkin.
Oh, the napkin. Yes. And sometimes it makes butterflies or rabbits. See? See, mine makes rabbits, and sometimes it will make a butterfly. But do I have any butterflies? Oh, more rabbits. I don't know. I tend to make rabbits. Look at that rabbit.
I just made a tie-dye.
Very cool. We could frame it. No, don't. Okay, so now we're gonna put some glow in the dark paint on our moon is dry. I saw somebody putting extra paint on their moon because I had mentioned it darkened. So before you put glow in the dark paint on, make sure it's not shiny anymore. But we're gonna do it with our finger. Okay. So we're gonna find your glow in the dark paint. Right? And the reason why we use our finger is look at all this cool skip and dash, dash and skip. It'll give the same texture because you can't go like this to put the glow in the dark paint on because at night all you'll see is side to side. No, we want to see this cool texture we learned. So we get our the glow in the dark paint, not the white, this one. This fun one, right? Ooh, right? It used to be more gel-like, but these are not watertight, so the air and the water actually can still escape out of the jar, out of the plastic, like a balloon wrinkles, right? Weird. Okay, so now I'm gonna get a scoop with my finger, a little boogie, and then put it on the, not on the moon yet. We'll put it nice and thick on the moon, but just like a spiral, and it will go on like white, but it'll dry clear like Elmer's glue. And I put it in a spiral texture, so at night I can see my cool spiral. And then look at these pretty fuzzy things it makes. See, as it comes off your finger, it looks like, I don't know, fireworks. And I'm not even doing that on purpose. I love it. Because wherever it's thickest has the most powder in it. Can you feel the powder go like this? Can you feel how tiny those pieces of plastic are? And your skin can actually feel how tiny that is. That's miracle skin. That you have skin that sensitive. No robot will ever have sensitive skin like that, no matter how many they make. Oh, look at that. And see how it's like I'm covering up my beautiful blue and everything, but and you can't hardly tell, right? Look, this is how I tell where I put it. Is it shininess? I try to go like this for, okay, not because it's shinier. Okay, now I can see it. I'm making spirals. Rainbow, smile, rainbow, smile. Oh, it feels weird on my finger. There. And am I making it solid? You do not have to make it solid. These are spirals, right? But the moon will put on nice and thick and solid. So the moon is very, very glowy and thick. But then how do you put the moon on super thick and smooth? First you glob the paint on, and then as soft as you can with the flat part of your finger, you smooth really soft. But first we get a scoop of paint, and now oh yeah, you can't make a circle. But you can rainbow smile. Rainbow smile. And I'm going to put it until it's nice and thick. And I can feel with my finger that it's real slippery and real smooth, and I can't feel the canvas anymore. Real smooth and then super soft. I'm still pushing too hard. It's hard to hold my hand up in the air and float my arm. Smooth, smooth, as soft as I can. Now I can feel that I did it smooth. Okay. And remember, not the bone of your finger, not the tip. It's too sharp and it will scratch the paint off. The flat, poofy part, the squishy, squishy, soft part. So you have to hold your finger kind of awkward to try to like, just put the poofy part of your finger. I wish you guys could see it glow in the dark right now. But the sun's out. Urgh. We'll see it later. But the sun will make it. It absorbs the radiation of the light, and it will shine it back at you. So cool. Okay, now let's make our jar. You guys ready? I see people still touching their moon. Okay, now let me show you your jar. It is the weirdest thing ever because this is supposed to. Jars are clear. So what am I actually seeing? Am I actually seeing the jar? No. I'm seeing the light of the moon being grabbed by the edges of the jar. Does that make sense? It's the light reflection, right? So light reflection is always exactly the same? No. So I'm actually going to paint it in blue, and then as soft as I can, like right down the middle of the blue, put some white strings. And I'm rooting for 3D. Pieces of pure white are definitely where the moon is shining. And then as I run out of paint, it gets darker, and that's like the shadow part. Okay, so everybody watch me do it. Even if you're busy, watch what I'm doing so I can show this to you. And we're going to use the same little baby paintbrush, the little blue one, right? And then you'll have to stop and get paint, because how much paint can she hold? Not very much, so it's very annoying. You have to stop and keep getting more blue paint. But don't scoop your paint this time. Just go poke, push, poke, push. Oh yeah, and this is a glass. So should I scribble my paint on there and make it look furry? No. I would go scoop and just put. Remember when we did the outside of the moon when we first started and we just went smooth? And remember how smooth it was? So we're going to do the same thing. We just get blue paint and we just go stab. But then I push my paint. And then I run out of paint. And then I get more paint, push, then push. And just fold your paintbrush and push like a bulldozer, like that. If you scribble, the texture of your glass will be furry. So you want it smooth. Can I show you? I want to show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm just going to do the lid part. So be patient and watch me do the lid, because the rest will make more sense. But I go, what? So I got a blob of the blue paint, right? And mine is silver Sharpie, yours is pencil. But I just go, push, turn the corner. Did I scribble? Did I lift up my paintbrush? No. So what if it's thicker in somewhere than another place? So it's the shine of a jar. It's not real. It's a shimmer shine. Okay, let me get rid of the rest. Then push. Can I give it permission to run out? And I push my pen. Okay, now it's just blue. You're seeing my silver Sharpie. You don't even have that, so don't look at it. Okay, now I'm going to clean my paintbrush and get white. Pinch. Now watch me get white. Don't look away. Watch me. Watch. Okay, now I'm going to add the moonshine. And I'm not going to push hard with my paintbrush. I just want to drop off some white right down the middle of my blue very softly. Ooh, it's super white. Super, what? And then I run out. Oh, ooh, now it's baby blue. And I give it permission to be every kind of blue it wants to be. So I got super white part. The moon hit it. Then it's darker. The moon's not shining off that part. Perfect. And so I got dark parts, medium, and did I go back and touch anything? I just give it permission to come out how it wants to come out. Okay? Now you do it. So scoop, push, first in blue, then a string of white, and then it just is brighter in some spots, not bright, but no scribbles, because that's furry, and no one's going to believe it's a glass if it's furry. So you just go. And then the amount of paint you have, as you push your paintbrush, it like squishes out the side nice and thick. So the more paint you have on your paintbrush, actually the smoother your line is. Because it goes squish, all smooth. Then as you run out of paint, it gets all fuzzy, right? So the more paint you have on it, the smoother. And then you just clean your paintbrush, get a poke of white, and just see what happens. And however it turns out is how it turns out. Don't care. It just wants to be shiny right there. Okay. And it wants to be darker right there. Okay. It's just the moon shimmer shining inside the blue. And then done. And what happens if you keep touching it? Baby blue. Very boring. We do not want baby blue. We want versions. Dark, medium, light, accidental. So no fixie, touchy, because we could have just stirred blue and white together on a plate and made baby blue. Boring. Oh, what about our sides? Who thinks all this is going to be super easy? Blue with white on it. Duh. Okay. So we just go, all right, stab the blue. But look how long that line is. I bet I have to stop like 3 times because it's a little paintbrush. So I just go, okay, by line. And I just push. Should I pick up my paintbrush and adjust myself? No, just keep going. You're a human and your hand's going to have a little bit of a woggle. How come? It's your parents' fault because they were human. And you're trying to do a straight line with some arm that's not a robot, so it's full of blood and gravity and muscles. It's like it's not going to be straight unless you use a ruler. So don't worry about it. Like, this is human made, all right? So if you don't like my painting, you don't get to look at it. So you be quiet. See? And look at the variations. Even like when I first went and got blue, it's super dark and thick. And then when I ran out of blue, it's kind of thin and see-through. Good. Because it will be shadowier. Okay, now I have to clean my paintbrush. So I can put the white. Where'd I go? I lost my white. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I get my white and just push. No scribble. Okay. I'm going to go like this, and I'm just going to go and start. And of course, when I start, it's the most white because I just got the white. So there's the moon, so it's going to be really shiny. And I go, way, really white, running out of white, all gone. So it just turns into a shadow because I ran out. And then I could do this side, super white, then running out. And I give it permission to do that. I do not need to fix it. Super shine. Too many touches, and I just scribbled it together. Who thinks that came out neater than you thought? Look at the variations of color. I know. And it will darken a little as it dries. But how come you trusted yourself? How many times did we experience the paint before we attempted that, right? We went, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Where I gave the paint permission and then I played and I had experience with the paint. So my brain went, okay. I got it. First it's confusing and frustrating, and then you understand it, and then it's easy. But you have to wait for the easy part. You have to wait. Because this is Earth, and Earth is hard, right? What if you wanted to learn how to control your anger? What are you going to need? A whole bunch of people making you angry. So who do you think for letting you practice your anger? Your siblings, your spouse, your mother-in-law, right? Thank you so much for letting me practice. You helped me so much. I'm getting so much better at this. You're so generous with your irritation. But there's no other way because this is Earth. Okay, Now, who wants to see how to do the side of the jar? You ready? I was waiting for you guys to be done. I was waiting for the last person. Okay, look at this thing. Those are way too big. I did it. This is an F. It's 2 fingers big. Why did it actually looks like a thing. Like there's a caterpillar on my jar because I did it humongous. It was only supposed to be like a little tiny dashes like this. And then you put a little bit of white, right? And it's supposed to be the roundness of the top of the jar. But I was like, wait! I don't know what I was doing. Okay, let me show you how to do this a little bit better. Okay, so I get the blue step. And I just land on the line. Everybody knows how to land because you can put an I right where you want the I on your letter I. So I know you can land really good. But watch, I just go, everybody pause and look up. Even if you're busy, watch what I'm doing real quick, and you can go back to what you're doing again. But I just go, I land, and just do a little like comma, 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 a comma, comma, a comma. Oh, I'm out of paint. Stab. Just a little comma, a comma. Well, you can't hardly see this. Oh, wait, we're going to put white on it. Okay, and then I get my white, and I go, whoosh. Oh, the moon must really be hitting right there. That was pure white. Why? Because I just got the white. But watch when I start to run out of white. Oh, different. Oh, of little versions. And I'm kind of smearing the white. And oh, now I need more white. What? That'll be a super bright spot again. So, what? Look. So the moon shimmer shined right there. And the moon shimmer shined super bright right there. Probably. But look at, it's only 1 finger. That's better, right? Compared to this one, look at the comparison. When I did 2 fingers big versus 1 finger big, this one looks a little like more the top of a jar. I don't know what this is. It's being silly. It's still me. I painted it. But every time I do something, I'm a little different. I'm talking more. My energy's different. It's colder in the room. It's hotter in the room. I have no idea. And they're just little like, because they bend a little bit because of the roundness of the jar. The texture of the jar is slightly round. So it wouldn't be perfectly straight. That would make me think the object was flat. So it's kind of like a comma. So I have the idea, because it's not really a jar, is it? It's the idea of a jar. And then my brain goes, oh yeah, that's a jar. No, it's not. It's a bunch of paint on a canvas. You think it's a jar? Psh. But we do. That's how our brains work. So we're just using that. And then people worry about being so perfect about it and photorealistic. We all have HD cameras on our phones. We don't need to capture real life when we're doing something creative. That's already gone, right? Just be interesting. Fun. Watching people have fun is actually fun. So seeing someone's fun painting is fun, right? And you're like, oh, it's so serious. It's like, we have too much serious. Your permission to let me have fun in your painting is fun. It's not perfect. I don't want perfect. Perfect's boring. Perfect is math. Some people just love the math because you always have to have the right answer and it just goes ding, 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 right? People love that. It's all in a row and all makes sense. But then other things, not exactly in a row, but still beautiful. You guys are really getting this little fling with your little paintbrush, right? A little texture, and you're not afraid now. You're just like flick, like that, and you're like, oh, it's all perfect and straight across, like somebody trimmed them with the scissors. No, it's the reflection on a jar. It doesn't need to be all like perfect. And then let me know when you're ready to move on, because we're going to do the tree next, and we're going to turn our painting like this to do the tree, because I have tricks. So when you're ready, I'll know everybody's ready because your paintings are pointing up. Do you know why? Because it's actually easier to go up when painting a tree than to the side. To the side, your paintbrush will be really thick the whole time. It's not as pretty. So the moon's now at the bottom. See, when you look at it here, doesn't it look like a tree? Right? But, that makes more sense. Right? Oh, okay. Okay, let me show you. So is everybody ready? Because this is a lecture and you're going to hate this terrible because our hands are not moving. Just our eyes are watching and your ears have to listen, which is very, very boring. Okay, but I just want to show you real fast about a tree. First, I'll do it with a pen. Everybody watch. Sharpie, right? This is the pattern of a tree, right? When you were little, you made a tree like this. That is Groot. Branches do not go like this. Humans do, right? This is the pattern of a tree. So everybody pause and look up. If you're busy doing something else, I can only show the tree one time. So everybody watch. Okay, watch. So I go, okay, there's a branch. Do I have to be perfectly straight? No, it's a tree. And then if I would like to put another one, I would go, they're parallel. Do you know the word parallel? It means next to. Next to. So I just go, okay, I'll start. I touch it and I just go parallel. Well, I want to put another one. I can't put one starting in the same spot. That's Groot again. It would look like a fork or a W. No. So I have to go further up the tree. Oh. And they're parallel. They go up, right? And then, well, let me put another one. So I went to the right, to the left. Well, let me go to the right again. Well, if I want to put another one, can I put one right there? No. I have to go further up the tree. So I went to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. That's the pattern of a tree. Well, how do you put twigs on? Look at me, Kevin. Look, I went to the right, to the left, to the right, but they go up. They do not go out, right? I go to the right, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the right. Tree.
So it's like a lightning bolt?
Yes, but we never let branches touch, right? So there's one here, but I have to go further up and do the other side, then further up and do the other side, okay? So very weird. Now watch this trick. I'm going to use my, let me see what paintbrush I use. Oh, no, it's this blue one. Okay, so I just wanted to see how big my paintbrush smash was, and it is the blue one. That's what I was checking. So when I smash my paintbrush. Okay, so watch this now. Okay, now I'm going to make a tree with paint. So I stab my black paint like I'm mad, because I have really far to go. Watch, I get a huge amount, and I hold my paintbrush. It's not a pencil. This is not a pencil. Watch what happens if I hold it like a pencil. What will it do? It'll just go blah and go straight up, super thick, super thick, super thick, super. No, trees don't do that. They go from thick to thin. Watch me. Watch. Upside down paintbrush, and I hold it from the top. Look at me. Look at me. Don't look away. I go smash, and then I pull up, up, up. Up, 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 and it's getting smaller and smaller and softer and softer and softer and softer. And why does it do that? Because my arm naturally pulls away from the canvas and does it softer. I know, right? So there's that. Watch. Now I'll do this. So I go to the right, smash, up, 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 up. I smash, and it was thick. Like my arm is thick and ends up with fingernails. So I go, now I can go higher up, smash, pull, smash, pull. Then twigs, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left. And then how do leaves go? Leaves look like a little touch of this little baby paintbrush. So I get black, and they go to the right, to the left. They go to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Just for twigs though, but they never touch. They go like a zigzag pattern to the right, to the left, like little footsteps. to the right, to the left, 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 like little dashes, like on the phone number, dash, dash, dash. And because the paintbrush is around, it makes a leaf shape. Okay, then I go like this, whoop, and it's our branch. Okay, let's do it together. You guys ready? So you went, what? And you immediately got scared and you got nervous and everything. You're like, I can't, I'm going to ruin it. Well, the first one has to be ugly. I have to be frustrated and confused, then understanding, then easy, okay? So the first one will be like, so ugly. But why did we put the glow-in-the-dark paint on first? Because now we're gonna put black paint on it. So at night, you'll actually see the tree. Because the black will be on top, blocking out the glow-in-the-dark paint. Okay, ready? Blue paintbrush. Stab your black really hard and make it... Oh, Kevin, turn your painting like this. So the moon's on the bottom. Because we touch the trees coming... Look, the trees coming off from somewhere we can't see. So we land here and pull up. But we have to have an upside down paintbrush. Everybody hold your paintbrush upside down. Hold it by the top. And we're going to pull. Our arm's on an elevator. We do not go like this. Look, you can't go like that. What will the paintbrush do? Smash and be huge. So you have to just stab your black paint and go pull. You want to see? And we're going to touch the moon, so don't be scared. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to pull it close so you can see upside down paintbrush, right? And I go smash. And I'm going to go straight up and I pull. And I get softer and softer. Why is it getting smaller all by itself? Because my hand is actually pulling away from the canvas because of gravity. So it was thick where I stabbed and I just pull. Arm on an elevator. It's completely straight up and down my stick. I never let it be a pencil. Now you do it, Kevin. Smash, pull, let go. Should you scribble it like this and make it all furry? No. Okay, now get more black paint. Stab. Did I just touch blue paint? Ah, I got my blue paint. I'm putting the lid on it right now. She just tricked me. How dare you, blue paint? Get out of here. Okay, I'll go back to my black paint. Laugh at me. Okay, stab my black upside down paintbrush. Okay, let's make branches. All right, start one way down here. And I'm just going to put it up the side and it's parallel, but she's shorter, right? So I touch the black line, I go smash. And then I pull parallel up, 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 up. I touch the moon, that's far enough. Upside down paintbrush, we're using the little blue paintbrush. The number 4 is too fat and she'll make a really big giant thing. So use the little blue paintbrush. She'll still smash and get big, but as you pull up, she'll be skinnier. Okay, now I'm gonna do another one. Oh, should I put one right there exactly where the other one was? No, that'd make a fork. So I got more black paint, stab. Now I'm gonna go to the side and I go higher up the stick, right? I don't know, near the moon. And I touch the stick, right? Smash! And then I pull. I go, oh, pull, 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 let go. Upside down paintbrush, pull. Don't hold like a pencil. What will it do? The same thickness the whole time. Because isn't that what pencils do? So the letters are nice and dark the whole time. That's why we hold it like a pencil, to get nice solid pressure. We're holding it upside down on purpose to trick our brain, so we can't put that much pressure on it. Okay, now let's put twigs. More paint. Can we climb this twig and put to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left? Watch. So I go to the right, I make one, and then I go higher up, and to the left I make one, and to the right. That's good enough. 3. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. I climbed it. I don't need very many twigs because I'm going to put leaves on them. And what if your branches touch each other? So it's a tree. They can touch each other. They can overlap. Okay, now watch this middle one. I'm going to make more twigs on this one. To the right, to the left, to the right. Oh! No forks. An upside down paintbrush. How come? Because she'll naturally get skinny at the last second all by herself. Up, up. Okay, now, I have one more branch to do. To the right, to the left, to the right. And I just do it soft. I don't let my paintbrush open. So holding your paintbrush upside down is actually how your hand will naturally pull away. It'll pull away from the canvas and make them thin. So you're trying to, even if you tried to put pressure, your arm just couldn't and it would let go. It's a trick. Ooh, leaves. Who feels like they filled up the whole space with a tree? Does anyone have a space they would like more? Look at mine. I ended up look at this one. I ended up putting another baby one right here. Does anyone feel like they need another one? Like a baby one? Want to do another one? Okay. So maybe closer to the jar, but maybe just with a few branches. Nothing fancy. So I touch the very bottom of the painting and pull up, and I just let her be baby. And I go smash, pull. That's good enough. Just a baby. Because there was all this space right there that didn't have anything. And then, how do you do twigs again? To the right, to the left. Oh, my branches just touched each other. Is that bad? No. There, now it's a little bit fuller. Just a couple. Just break up that little perfect pattern just so there's a little extra. And now you trust yourself a little more. An upside down paintbrush. Why? Because when we hold it like a pencil, what does it do? Lots of pressure, and it just stays open the whole time. And it's only one thickness. Okay, upside down paintbrush is tricking your brain. Okay, now how about leaves? Everybody look. Oh, you mean just the twigs? And I go to the right, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left, and they're just little touches. Yep, it's not a poke. That'll make a circle. I kind of go like a. Okay, so I go, all right, I don't know, find a twig. So I go, okay, I just make a little dash to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. I'm going to do it slow motion. Then I go a little bit higher to the left. Well, that's this twig. Look that's just a line. I'm not smashing hard enough. Okay, boop. Open the paintbrush a little there. Okay, feek. Okay. Now it's a leaf. I did it too fast and they were too skinny. Okay, now I can do this one. To the right, to the left, to the right. And then I run out of room, so I must be done. To the right, to the left, to the right. Oh, that just came out like a square. Should I get mad? No, I'll just do better on my next one. To the right, to the left, to the right. To the right, to the left, to the right. Do you know why we have to put leaves on it? Can't just let it be a sticks. Because fireflies only come out in the summer, and there's always leaves on the tree in the summer. So if we left it like this, it'd be winter, and there's, where the leaves fall off, there's no way the fireflies would come out. Okay, now I'm going to find another spot for my leaves. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the right. Hey, so everything grows in a zigzag pattern? It's true, because exactly like DNA, do you guys know the pattern of DNA? It looks like a spiral. It turns out that all of life loves to make a spiral. When a branch drops off apples on its branch, it goes around like this. The twig will come out from the branch and drop over, but it'll go above, below, around, and it will spin like this. And it'll be all the way around the branch, but the little stems droop. So it looks like it's all at the bottom, but they're not. They drop off in a spiral. And then when you're done, flip it over like this so we can look at your branch. Oh, look at it. You were thinking it looked funky until you turn it over, and then you're like, yeah, it looks like a tree, and you're jealous of me. Now we clean our paintbrush bench. Oh, you know what we should do? We should clean this little baby paintbrush out, because this is the paintbrush. We put the glow-in-the-dark paint on our fireflies, but it has black paint in it. And that's going to make my glow-in-the-dark paint look gray. So we have to lick it off. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we're just going to use the white paint. Where is she? See how there's a whole bunch of white paint in there? We could use like a wash machine because white paint is water, right? So you just go like this and stick your paintbrush in it. Whoop, and spin it like a wash machine. And then when you take it, oh my gosh, look at all this paint that's on there. And then I get a paper towel. I think I'll get a new paper towel. And then when I squeeze it out, it'll look gray. But all the white stealing all, oh, see, it's gray. So the white paint just helped me get the black out of my paintbrush. And then I keep pinching it and making sure. So then I get a clean spot like that. And then I pinch and make sure it's really clean. And then, oh, mine has gray in it still. Okay, let me wash my paintbrush out in the white one more time. Spinny, 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 spinny. Using the water that's in the white paint because I'm done with the white paint. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing that, right? Okay, let me try again. Find another clean spot. And I pinch, fold over, squeeze, and turn out, spit. Okay, now let me check. Oh! Still has gray in it. Let me try again. Pinch. Oh, that's way better. Look, it's almost nothing. Okay. I don't want to get a bunch of ew when I put my glow-in-the-dark paint on there. And I'm just going to let this little clean paintbrush rest on my tablecloth. And now I'm going to go find my number 4 paintbrush, my yellow one. You know what we should do? We should put the lids on our paint real fast. All I need is, I need the colors for my grass. It's green and yellow. So everything else can get a lid on it. Goodbye, orange. Goodbye, purple. They're drying out on me. I would like to use them later. The air is stealing the water out. We used red a long time ago. Lid. I need green. I almost put the lid on it. Oh, and black, I don't need it. Okay, now all I need is green, yellow. Maybe we should use a little bit of white. I'm just saying for shimmer shine. Just, I don't know, we'll see. Because remember how see-through, because I have to keep buying paints from different companies because my old paint company went out of business because of COVID. So I keep trying new paint companies. And that is a lot more see-through than I remember. So we might have to add a little bit of white because of her opaqueness, right? And then white, okay? So we're going to, you see your line? You can almost see, can you see it in there? Because I used silver Sharpie. I didn't get to cover mine up, but yours is pencil. Yours will look better, okay? So we're going to fill it with the green paint under here. No, let's not. Let's just make fun grass. I changed my mind. So turn it back to regular and just get green. And we're only going to, we're going to make it super thick. Don't be scared of your paint. And we're just going to, oh, that's a lot of paint. I don't care. I don't care. It'll dry. And I'm just going to touch the bottom of my painting and flick up. How come I have to flick up only? Watch this. Flick. Hey, my paintbrush is all dry and hard. Whose is all dry? Let's just do that same trick we cleaned our paintbrush with. This green paint has moisture in it, right? Watch this. If I just get green paint and hold my paintbrush, I can do a wash machine. Look at me. Oh, the moisture in the green paint is softening my paintbrush for me. She's soft again. Thank you, green paint. Now it will be flickety. I went to do it and I was like, oh, I forgot. It dried out. Okay. Look how much paint that is too. Is that a lump? Oh yeah. Now I'm just going to get more green paint and just go stab and get a scoop of green paint. Watch. Flick up. And what's the line for? To tell you to go above that. That's all we need the line for. Up, 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 Oh, that's too see-through. Look. More paint. I could touch the, go up, up. How come I can only go up for pointy tops? Up, 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 up. More paint. Up, 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 up. Uh-oh, too dry. That's see-through. Keep getting more paint. Oh, this is only one color. Who finds that incredibly boring now that we know how paint works? I know, we're going to add yellow and white. Up, 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 up. What? Everybody pause and look up. Let me show you this. Watch what I do. Watch me ruin it. What happens if I pull down on it? What will the round paintbrush do? It'll make a fence post. So you can't pull back down. I think your microphone's off. Did you want to ask something?
Yeah, it would be thick up top and thick at the bottom. So it would
and the paintbrush would just open and be like, right? So instead, we can only go up for pointiness. Okay, get more paint. Keep going. Super thick, super fast. How come? The air is stealing the water out. Go, 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 go. Like we don't care. Like we're in kindergarten and we can just make grass all day. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm not touching the very bottom of my painting. So up, 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 up. We can fix that later. Hey, do they all have to be perfectly straight up like good soldiers? No, it's grass. They can lean to the right. They can lean to the left. The little pencil line is just trying to tell you it looks better if it's taller than the pencil line. Hey, I'm getting close to my jar. What if I get grass on my jar? Well, it better get grass on my jar because otherwise it'll look the jar is flying away and being abducted by aliens. I gotta make sure it's in the grass. So I'm not afraid to let the grass. Look at how much green you guys I gave you. How come? Because I want this to be nice and thick and not see-through. If you can see your pencil, you better put more paint on there. But look at mine. Can you see my Sharpie? How come? Because I can't cover up a Sharpie with paint. But you can see it better on camera. Ew, look at I put it on all dry at the end. Am I getting bored or something? I'm not even trying. Let me get more paint on that. Okay, now everybody pause. Watch this. Now I'm going to go and just kind of look at my goobers of paint. I'm just going to go like this and try to flatten them out. Blah, 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 blah. Up, 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 there. Okay, now watch. So fun. Oops. Drop my painting. Okay, so much for so fun. Okay, now I'm going to clean my paintbrush off. And I'm going to get some white. Remember when we put white on the moon? Everybody stop painting and watch me real quick. Just pause so I can show you. But I'm just going to put a few, just the tips on the green, but at the top of the green. Everybody pause and look up. Just some pieces of white, because what if I hit one? It'll be brighter. Right? But the whole thing gets yellow on it. Watch this. How much yellow? All of it. Watch. So much. And I just go flick. And I'm making streaks. Look at the beautiful streaks. I am not mixing them together. I am streaking yellow in my green. Oh, I hit a white. Look at, and I pick up the white and start walking around with it. But I am trying to put streaks of yellow in my green. Otherwise, green will sit there and just look all boring. Oh, I hit another white. Ooh, and I pick it up and I drag her along. Ooh, shimmer, shine. It's an accident when I hit a white. I don't care. And I get to drag it along. Oh, pick up. Oop, that's all green now. I definitely need to stop and keep getting more white or more yellow so that a streak of pure yellow. I don't care. Ooh, more yellow. I like making new colors. And then what is the shape of this grass, right? What is the texture of this grass? What is the color of this grass? Do I have dark areas? Do I have medium areas? Do I have light areas? Yes! Am I mixing them together in a giant scribble? No. Because that wouldn't have the texture of grass. It wouldn't have the color. It wouldn't have little highlights. And then everybody pause and look up. I can pick up my paint. Look, I didn't paint the bottom. I don't like it. Watch me. I just flick down now. Push it off the page on the bottom. I can have some black show, because it's a shadow. But I just kind of push the paint off the page on the bottom a little bit. But I had to pick it up to do that. Or you just touch your easel. Your easel could get wet. So you put little pieces of white, but is it supposed to be white grass? No, you put yellow over it, and it just makes shimmer shine yellow. So now put yellow on top of your white, and boom! But all the green would like some yellow too. But if she doesn't get any white, she just looks darker green. But how many times are you allowed to touch a spot? Just once, so they make a string of each other. Watch what happens when I touch it a lot. What color does it become? Green? That is green. Do we want it all boring like this? No. Look at what I did. I touched it over and over, and all I got was a big green blob. What is that supposed to... No. I want strings of yellow and white and green. And I have to hurry. How come? I just made the green all thin, and the air is stealing my water. And it'll only work when it's wet. So we're in a hurry, hurry, hurry. Decorate, decorate. We don't let it sit there because it will just evaporate and get sticky. Acrylic paint dries so fast. We love it, but we also hate it. But oil paint takes up to 5 days to dry. But that means tomorrow you can come back and keep working on the same spot because it didn't dry, and you can keep playing with it and playing with it. With acrylic paint, it is drying while you're painting, and it starts getting all sticky and weird. And I'm watching the time, so I just want to show you guys something real quick because I know you guys are going to start signing off and going, but watch me. I'm going to put the glow-in-the-dark paint on all of my fireflies. Not the grass. Grass does not glow, but all your fireflies do. So how thick do I want it on my fireflies? With my little clean blue paintbrush. Do not use that yellow paintbrush. She's filthy, right? So I just go scoop. The more I put on it, the brighter it's going to be because it'll have more. So, and I have to, for myself, I tend to go in rainbow order because I can't tell what I painted because it's clear. So I just I get it nice and thick and smush it on. I wonder if we could finger paint these. Let me try it and I will tell you. I mean, I don't mind using my paintbrush, but what if my finger will make it thicker? I'm going to try it and I'll tell you. I'm going to try it. Some on my finger and spin. Oh, that works good. Ooh. Okay. It's a little spiral. It still works. Oh, fun. Did not think that was going to work or I wouldn't have made us bother cleaning our paintbrush. Psha. We could just finger. Oh. And look at how thick it's going on. It's going to be very, very bright. You guys are going to love it. But you see how it looks white when it goes on? You're like, oh, it's ruining my beautiful colors. It'll dry clearer. Because the little plastic beads do block out the paint. But the gel will disappear. But remember I told you about the ground up little plastic beads that are in there? Yeah. Ooh. Mine's going on so much thicker. I'm going to do this every time. I was using my paintbrush. This is way funner. And it's going on way thicker so it will glow brighter. Now that you're looking at your fireflies and they're dry, do you have dark spots, light spots, medium spots? How about your red ones? Are they just kind of okay? But what was the last one we did? Purple? Blue? Are they better? Do they have a more interesting color and texture to them? Because we learned as we went. I'm putting on mine so thick. I might even go back and do a second coat. I can't put a second coat on my moon. How come? Those black trees are still wet and it will just smear everywhere. So don't put it anymore, even though you want to. Oh, but what if we use our stick and put stars? We could, if we, wait, I'm kind of using up all my glow-in-the-dark paint, but because I'm putting it on so thick. But if I have any left over, I could use my stick and put little specks. But I'll use my yellow stick because the yellow stick will be bigger for this thick paint. Okay, let me try. I'll try it and tell you. Okay, so I'm going to use, I kind of have to, look how thick this is. I'm going to go scoop. And do I have to land on a star that already exists? No. I can just put new ones. Super glowy, super glowy. Oh, it's going on nice and thick like a Hershey's Kiss. Oh, scoop it and go dot, dot, dot. Oh, I can't, wait, it's not coming off. What am I doing wrong? Poke, 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 glob, glob, glob. I know what's wrong. It's on the outside of the edge of my stick, but nothing's on the end of my stick. This is hard. I can see it looks like there's paint on my paintbrush, but it's on the sides and not on the tip, so it's not making little round dots. Oh, these are gonna glow so good. Oh. Oh yeah, don't forget the stars on the other side of the jar by the moon. Oh, that was a big goober. I just spilled glow-in-the-dark paint. I just made it, oops. And remember, smell the glow-in-the-dark paint. Do not put this on your face or near your eyes. You see that really strong smell? It's like ammonia. So that would burn, right? If it burns your nose, it burns your skin. So people like, I had boys do this in a class. We're going to put glow-in-the-dark shit and all of a sudden it starts burning. No, you don't put things on your, and it was near their eyes. And then if you put this, it's got fumes. It stinks, right? Like nature taught us that. If something smells good, you might taste it. If something smells really bad, don't put it in your mouth. Who thought this come out better than you thought it would? I know. Remember when you saw it and you were like, yeah, right, lady. There's no way. But we didn't paint the whole thing at once, huh? We painted one thing and learned one thing. Good job, Amato. That's nice. And we did that one thing really good, and then we learned another good, and then we learned another one thing. And each thing is interesting. But together, that it reminds me of grass. It reminds me of a jar, right? Do you have a question? Go ahead, ask it.
I don't have a question, but something that I did for my stars is, so I got a little bit of of the glow in the dark paint, and I just like rubbed it on there for it to like physically glow.
Oh, that's gonna be so good. You guys did a great job. And how's your brain? Did you go from frustrated, confused, understanding to easy? Oh no, because that's what must happen. It must happen because this is Earth, and then you have an Earth brain. So you're like, I don't know how to do it. Of course not. You haven't done it yet. After you've done something, then you understand it. It's a big setup. And the thicker you put the glow-in-the-dark paint, the more powder she has on it. So, okay. So that's how bright it is. Good job, you guys. You did a wonderful job.